Hawkins, one of the most outstanding athletes in the state of Texas, definitely one of the fastest ones who's committed to Arkansas. And Eric, just kind of talk about your season. You have 19 receptions, over 500 yards. You're really blowing it up this year.
Yes, sir. This year, we practiced all throughout the summer, getting ready for this upcoming season. This being my senior year, I can't leave anything on the table for this being my last high school season.
What, you kind of surprise yourself sometimes with some of those things you do on the field? I mean, because you have such outstanding speed, and you're really heads and shoulders above a lot of guys in that department.
Yes, sir. Well, speed, that can take you a long way. You can't coach speed, but you can sometimes help perfect it. But my main focus is working on my other skills. The route running and all that. And that'll take me a long way as well.
Go back to when you visited Arkansas back in July, Eric, and you committed to Arkansas. What led you to do that?
I got up to Fayetteville. I slept a lot of the way getting there, but when I got there, I'm like, am I in Longview again? Just being in that city, it made me feel like I was back at home.
What was some of the things that really kind of caught your attention while you was on campus?
I like the way the campus, it's set on a mountain base. Everything's on hills. That stood out to me. I like the way everything's laid out. It's easy to get wherever you're trying to get to.
Coach Allen's your lead recruiter. He's the one that kind of helped convince you to be a Razorback. Just kind of talk about Coach Allen.
Coach Allen, I like him. He has a great personality. He's a funny man. He seems like he's always happy. That's something you'd like to see in your future coaches.
Being a guy that's committed to an SEC school, do you get many comments from opposing teams talking to you about being an SEC guy?
I get a lot of comments, but I don't get a lot of negative comments because SEC that's been named the best conference so far. It's fast paced, so the best go to the SEC and the best come from the SEC.
You've talked about possibly running track at Arkansas. Kind of talk about that.
Well, before I was playing football, I did a lot of track, and that's where a lot of my speed work comes in. I've always liked track. Track's been in my family for a pretty good while. Just being able to do football and track, that's a blessing.
Favorite thing about football on a Friday night for you?
I gotta say, home games. I love home games. You get the crowd. It's wild. You got all the fans coming out. There's lots of little kids that look up to you. When you're running out the tunnel, you see the little kids with their hands out. You slap their hands. You look up to that. You look forward to that every Friday night.
Arkansas plays Texas A&M Saturday at 11 a.m. Kind of talk about what you expect out of that game.
I've had a history with Texas A&M, but my team's Arkansas. And I'm rooting for Arkansas 100%.
Thanks, Eric.